Hey guys, what's up? Darcy here at 6 Strings 9 Lives, back for a CD vinyl update. Most likely I'll do another one at the end of the week too, probably Sunday. I just kind of want to clean out the inbox, get everything put away. Got a couple of new releases also I've been listening to that I'll kind of review in the next update later in the week. Also, June 12th is going to be the first record store day drop for 2021. I'm hoping I'm going to go to that for sure at our local shop. Not local, but I mean a couple hours away. I plan to go, and there's a couple of things on my list that I'd like to get. So hopefully I could show you those in a future update. And then next week I'll get got a episode of 6 with 6 Strings planned, and then I'm working on another ranking video. So, but for this week I'll show you all that I've picked up lately over the past. Some I've had for a while, some only a week or so. But let's start off with, if you watch this channel, I'm a big Accept fan, U.D.O, U.D.O Dirk Snyder the band, and I got another German band I want to show you, brand new release also. But if you're anything like me, I wouldn't say I'm the biggest live album guy, but when it comes with 2 CDs and a DVD, that is the cat's ass to me, and that's how I think all live stuff should come. So I picked up the new U.D.O Live in Bulgaria 2020 Pandemic Survival Show. Now this is just an awesome digipack. AFM Records, they do a great job. So here's the set list, disc 1, disc 2, and then you have the DVD that accompanies it. It opens up like this, and then it opens, it's what do you call it, an 8-panel, and there you go. There is the 2 CDs, and the DVD is fantastic. I watched it. It's an outdoor show at this old place in Bulgaria. I'm not down with my history stuff as far as all that goes, but this building on the cover is just, it's like ancient Rome type of just rock structure, but wow. And what a great show this was. This comes with an awesome booklet full of pictures. The set list is awesome. They did do some Accept songs, and I know they said at some point they were going to just stop doing Accept songs, but when you get these big shows, the promoters actually will ask the band, hey, can you play Balls to the Wall? Can you play Metal Heart? And you know what? To please the crowd, you have to. Here is some band shots. So this is the first live recording with some new members. So we got D. Dammers on guitar, Andrei Smirnoff still there on guitar, new bass player Tillin Hudrap, awesome bass player too, great backing vocals, and of course you got U.D.O and then his son Sven on drums, awesome drummer too. But what a great set this is. Yeah, if you're into some U.D.O, and like I said, AFM Records does a killer job. About what was it, 2016, and I was mentioning that when U.D.O went on the road, they were going to just stop doing Accept songs. So they did this one tour under this name, Dirk Snyder, which I've shown this before. This is Live Back to the Roots, and this is just 2 CD set of all Accept songs. And you know what? They released this in 2016, and in 2017, which I just picked this up, and I thought, you know what? I wasn't going to pick it up because I was kind of ticked off because a year later they come out with basically the same damn thing, only they added the DVD. For fuck's sakes, put that out in the first place and I would have been happy, but whatever, the sucker that I am, I picked it up. And so this is in a little bit different of a cover. So this is still Live Back to the Roots with this little title, Accepted. And there's the 2 CDs, audio, and then your DVD, which this is a killer show too. And again, opens up, 8-panel, 2 CDs, and 1 DVD. Great booklet, well done, very sturdy digipack. Excuse me. But you know what? And that's what I was saying. This is how any live album should roll. You know, I would probably end up watching the DVD more than I would listening to the audio for live albums if this is the case. But another great booklet. Bit of a different lineup back. So we still had Fitty Weinhold was still in the band on bass here, and the only other change was guitar player. This is Kasperi Heikkinen. He is no longer in the band. D. Dammers took over his job. Anyways, two great, you know, U.D.O. or U.D.O. Dirk Snyder. They went under the Dirk Snyder banner for that Accept tour. But great live stuff, and the DVDs are, I mean, they just great shows. Just, you know what, grab a drink, kick back, just watch it. Let's continue on some German metal. This is a brand new release. 5th overall release from ex-Accept guitarist, ex-Victory guitarist Herman Frank. I really enjoy Herman Frank. I think he's underrated guitar player. And, you know, he was a big part of Accept for a while. But here is his new album, Two for a Lie. And, you know, I know it's under the Herman Frank banner, but this is more, it's a band effort, really. Well, especially him and his longtime singer, Rick Eltsey, who is also in the band Master Plan, if you've heard of them. So, 2021 AFM release. Love AFM Records. Here is the gatefold digipack, and I really, really like their digipacks. So there's the CD if I haven't shown you. Really strong album, and great booklet. There's Herman Frank. So he was part of 4 or 5 Accept albums. There is Rick, and they got a new drummer and a new second guitar player. But here's their long-term bass player. I think he's been on 4 albums, Michael Mueller. Yeah, excuse me. Sorry, I was cutting grass yesterday, and grass and I don't get along sometimes. A little bit of an allergy, forgive me. Anyways, check this out. If you like Accept, like the new album, to me, this is right in there with Too Mean to Die. I'll be honest with you. 10 songs. Sorry. So what I was going to say, too, also, is I was really glad to see only 10 songs on this album. His last album had 13 tracks plus a bonus track. Excuse me. Too damn long, and I figure, you know what, and where is that one? This is from 2019. This is called Fight the Fear, Herman Frank. Yeah, 14 songs. Basically, I was just thinking about this. That's why I almost get where I can't sort the album out in my head. 14 songs almost feels like it's just too much to process. And is it a good album? Is it a great album? You know, if you just trimmed off the fat and got it down to 10 songs, you might have a really, really, really good album. And that's what you got here. 10 songs, very memorable, melodic, great hooks, catchy songs, great guitar riffs. I mean, Herman Frank, like I said, he's an underrated guitar player, but there's been 3 singles off of this album so far. First one was Eye of the Storm, then Venom, and then Teutonic Order. But there is even better songs on here as far as I'm concerned. Check out the track Liar, or my favorite track, track 8, is called Danger. Yeah, don't be afraid to check out some Herman Frank, especially if you're an Accept fan or a U.D.O. fan. This will be right up your alley. Good German metal, great guitar player. Any of his 5 solo albums, I enjoy them all. But trimming it down to 10 songs, good move, and I think it's going to pay off. Okay, let's continue with, let's go a little bit heavier. I don't know how many updates ago, but I picked up some Vader, some Polish death metal, kind of my kind of death metal. I don't go too extreme, put it that way, but I do enjoy a little bit of death metal, like, you know, Bolt Thrower, Obituary, I'm going to forget the rest, so whatever. Anyways, I picked up 3 more Vader albums. I had shown their 2016 album, The Empire, before, and on my 2020 list, Solitude in Madness, it made my top 20. It was such a good album, you know, right around the 30-minute mark, just awesome. So I picked up their 2009 album, their 8th overall album, called Necropolis. This is a recommendation from my friend David, who's a longtime viewer and commenter on my channel. Thank you, David. Great recommendation. This is a really solid album. I don't know if I could pick out favorite tracks quite yet, but I've listened to these next 3 quite a few times each. But check out the song, Oh Rise of the Undead. Awesome song. The lead-off track, Devilizer. And what track 10, We Are the Horde. Great tune. A little bit of a glare here. I'll show you this artwork a little bit better. So this is Vader's 8th overall studio album, Nuclear Blast release. I also picked up their 9th overall studio album from 2011. This one is called Welcome to the Morbid Reich. Some cool artwork there, and the good old Vader logo. You know, these guys don't veer off too much. You really kind of know what you're getting with this great Polish band from Poland, death metal. You know, vocals that I can make them out. I can actually, you know, when you read along with the lyrics once or twice, you already kind of know what's going on. Here's the track listing. Yeah, you know, these albums are anywhere from, you know, 35 minutes to 42. Perfect length. You know, captures your attention the whole time. So good stuff. Yeah, check out, actually, Return to the Morbid Reich is the great track. Come and See My Sacrifice. Don't rip Beast's heart out. Yeah, that's a good one too. And yeah, check out that one. And the next one, this one was a recommendation from a guy who right here on YouTube that does his own videos, Liam the Death Doom Metalhead. Great recommendation. He only recommended me 1 song off of this album, and he says you'll be hooked just off of that song. You're going to want that album. And he wasn't wrong. So I picked up their 10th overall studio album from 2014 called TB Atanya. Now, translated is something about fire. I don't remember, but killer artwork. And if this reminds you of any other artwork, this is by Joe Patagno. He has done dozens of Motorhead covers. He's done the last 2 album covers for Sodom. Yeah, just a solid album. And the track that Liam recommended to me was called Triumph of Death. Just totally, he bang on with that. Appreciate that. Really good song. What else we got here? Go to Hell, Where Angels Weep. And yeah, some Vader. I really, really enjoy Vader. I think so. I have about 5 of their studio albums and 1 EP. You know, I'll let all those really sink in good before I, you know, keep going into any of their other stuff. But if you have any recommendations or a favorite Vader album that you could let me know about, always appreciate the recommendations. Next up, let's go with some. I had a few of these on cassette way back in the day, and I thought, you know what, I really need to, and I don't have them anymore. And I said I really need to get onto my boost up my Michael Schenker group collection. I bought the brand new album this year called Immortal. Really enjoyed it, and I thought, you know what, I always was a fan of the first 4 albums. I had, at one point I did have all 4 of them on cassette, and then I had some where the MSG he does with Robin McAuley. Good stuff too, but I thought I would pick up some Michael Schenker, so I picked up the debut from 1980. This one's produced by Roger Glover, and there's, you know, if you're a Schenker fan, you know this album. It's not new and shocking. Anyways, this is a 2017 reissue of a 1980 album on Crystallis. Yeah, just a great job on these reissues. And you know this track listing. I mean, Armed and Ready, great song. Cry for the Nation, Into the Arena, Looking Out from Nowhere. Just glad to have this in the collection. I actually got 2 to show you, and I will track down at some point Built to Destroy and Assault Attack. I'd love to get those 2. Here is the Inner Slave. Classic shot of Michael Schenker there. And here is the vinyl. I picked up a UFO reissue for their live album, and it was one of these Chrysalis reissues, and fantastic job. I don't know if this is 180. It doesn't feel that heavy, but just they play nice. They sound great, and they look good. I like an old style looking logo. It doesn't have to be some kind of custom centering. So I also picked up their second album from 1981. So that one was just entitled The Michael Schenker Group. This one also is called The Michael Schenker Group, but MSG. Classic, great lineup on this. You got, of course, you got Michael Schenker, Cozy Powell on drums, Paul Raymond on rhythm guitar and keyboards. Yeah, and Gary Barden on vocals. Probably, I think, my favorite vocalist from any of the Michael Schenker stuff, just the Michael Schenker Group stuff. Classic album, produced by Ron Nevison. You might know that name. Ron Nevison, always, the 2 albums that always come to mind that he produced that I have in my collection, I'm sure there's more. Kiss, Crazy Nights, and Ozzy Osbourne, The Ultimate Sin, 2 Ron Nevison production. Kind of has you can kind of tell his production too, but this is just a solid album, ready to rock. Attack of the Mad Axemen, Let Sleeping Dogs Lie. This whole album is really, really solid. And this comes with, here's the Inner Slave, band shot, lyrics, credits. Just a really nice job on these reissues from Chrysalis. And the vinyl is very similar to the one I just showed you. Centering, same on both sides. So good to get some MSG in the diet, in the collection. Anyways, we're gonna wrap this one up with a little bit of Hellripper, a band that I really, really got into last year. Just through guys on the YouTube, especially the guys from Contact in Blood. Just awesome stuff. Really happy to get some. This one right here is a reissue, and I think this is my first album from Diabolic Might Records. I was really happy to see this come up as a reissue of the what is this one? This is the 2017 debut album by Hellripper called Coagulating Darkness. Awesome debut album. And if you haven't heard any Hellripper, last year's awesome album called The Affair of the Poisons ranked quite high on my list. But great job by Diabolic Might. I saw this come up for pre-order and I just couldn't get on it fast enough. If you're new to this album, check out my favorite tracks. Demdike, In League with the Devil, awesome song. But my favorite track on here is B-side track 1, From Hell. YouTube that song. The guitar solos I guess this has been described as Motorhead meets early Metallica. It's fast, it's catchy. The lyrical content is, it is what it is. I don't really listen to all the lyrics. I'm just kind of in it for the music or whatever. But the guitar solos are absolutely, they couldn't fit in here any better, put it that way. But check out some Hellripper. The only thing they changed from the original to this reissue is the logo. Hellripper logo used to be down here. They kind of made it bigger and pops better. I really like it. And what else did we get from Diabolic Might Records in there? There's the lyrics and the picture of James. So basically, if you're new to Hellripper, James is James McBain, awesome job. He's kind of a one-man show, one-man band. Great stuff. And here's the vinyl. I think this one is, yeah, this one's just black vinyl. And it came in a nice polyline sleeve, which I always appreciate. Just black vinyl. There is the center ring, and there is the custom center ring on the other side. So that's the debut album. And then I also picked up from Hell's Headbangers the 2019 EP called Black Arts and Alchemy, a 4-song EP from Hellripper. Great stuff. If on the CD version there is a cover of Iron Heads by Running Wild, but that is not on the vinyl. Just the 4 original songs on here, and just, yeah, awesome. Check out All Hail the Goat, the song Black Arts and Alchemy. All 4 of these songs are just crush. And there was no inner sleeve in here, but it's pretty cool vinyl. And the B-side is etched. I'll try to show you that as best as I can, but here is the only side, the playable side with the 4 tracks, and then we have an etched side of the front cover, is, if you can see that, but pretty cool. And finally, we'll wrap this one up with a little more Hellripper. So I showed you their debut, his debut, and then the EP, and then they had his second album came out last year. But prior to all that, there is this compilation called Complete and Total Fucking Mayhem. So what this is 15 tracks. It's a collection. Yeah, 15 tracks, but it only clocks in at about 35 minutes. So it goes by quick. This is made up of, I think the first 4 songs are made up of a cassette EP that was done in around 2015 called Manifestation of Evil. And then James did a bunch of splits with other bands. So the other 11 tracks are covered by 5 splits that he did with other groups where, you know, you get a track and they get a track on the B side. Split singles. I'm not sure if that's what they call them, but here's the cover. And then there's the track breakdown of what's happening, where the songs came from. But this is really good too. This is the early stuff. So, but I really enjoy this. If you check out a couple of tracks, Hell's Rock and Roll, awesome song. Nuclear Hell. And again, the guitar solos just fit so well in here. They actually remind me of every era. There is almost reminds me of a cool solo from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, right up until today. You know, this is one of those bands that sound old, but they're new. Do you know what I mean? And you probably do. But anyways, that is it for this update. I tried to keep it around the 20-minute mark. I guess we did okay. I will probably see you later on in the week with another update. I am spinning this fantastic album, which we'll talk about in the next update, by Toxic. I just picked up this reissue called World Circus. Awesome stuff. Don't know how I missed the boat on this band over the years, but that is it for today, and we will see you later on in the week. Until next time, stay heavy.